Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to go over how to play window on Mirage. This is probably the most impactful position on Mirage if you understand how to play it properly. Your goal as the window player and the opper on Mirage is just moving around the map, looking for picks at the start of the round, and just creating a lot of presence. The more you move around the map, the less chance the Ts are going to counter you with nades because they're going to make mistakes and not be sure where you are. If we were to start window every single round, then of course the Ts would know and just keep smoking us, smoking top mid, flashing out mid, and we wouldn't really get any early picks. The same goes if we were going to start our op towards ticket every single round, for example. The Ts would eventually just smoke us off, making our position useless. So like I said, the more we move around, the higher chance is the Ts are lazy and don't flash or smoke off an angle, and then we get free kills. Alright, so let's begin with going over starting in window. When you are starting in window, of course you want to be holding top mid at the start of the round, and then communicating with your team if you are smoked off window or if they smoke top mid because you have lost information. You want to always make it very clear to your connector and cat teammates if they can be up mid, especially if you're smoked window. The Ts could be swinging up catwalk fast, so as soon as you get smoked, you want to comment if you don't have an HE to break the smoke and get the info back. And as for the HE, I'm going to show you a very easy lineup you can throw, especially if the smoke is here. You don't want to have a lineup where you're aiming at one of the points on this wood here because you won't be able to see it if the smoke is up. So for this lineup, you just want to crouch here in this corner, look for this black mark right here, aim at the top right, and right click jump throw. This HE will land here, it won't do any damage to you, and it will nade the whole smoke. Another piece of utility you should know if you're starting window and you get smoked off is how to molly the boxes. This can be useful if your team wants to fight through connector and cat and the teams could be out boxes. It's really good to push them out of this position right before the fight happens because they will be in the open. So all you want to do is jump up here, aim in this corner right here, just hold left click, run and go into the back of the window and then just run forward and left click throw. This is what it looks like doing it through a smoke. You just do the same lineup, run to the back. You can just look at the mini map on the top left, just run forward and left click throw. Now after you are smoked off window or top mid and you have done either of these things, either nading the smoke or mulling boxes for your team, your time in window as the opper is done. One of the worst things you can do as the mid player on Mirage is just sitting here behind the window smoke and waiting for it to fade. Even if you have an M4 or an op, it's just really useless and you're kind of doing a whole bunch of nothing. You should be rotating out of window and going for picks on other sides of the map and just helping your team and creating more presence. One of the most basic and easiest rotates you can do is just rotating around CT through rat hole into ticket. This way, if your A player was playing from spawn, you can tell him to just go into sight and play under balk or top balk or somewhere close into sight, and you can offer him ticket holding his ramp. Now, if anyone peeks ramp, you will have free kills, and if they do exec and smoke you off, or even if they don't smoke you off and you take your shot and fall back, if they are running out of ramp, you can throw a flash over Palace like this, so that anyone swinging him from ramp will get blind, and he can peek from under balk and get really free kills. One play I really like after getting smoked off window is just running like this through jungle and smoking off your teammate's Palace like this so you cannot get peeked, coming to stairs, and then just peeking into ramp. Once you smoke off Palace, you are safe from the Palace peek, and you have a chance of killing the A-ramp lurker not paying attention. If you really want to catch them off guard, this is also something you can do at the very start of the round. Just run through rat hole, don't even start peeking towards top mid, smoke off Palace so you can get peeked early, and then just peek into ramp. If you have a really good spawn, you might be able to catch this T-side player trying to cross late. Another good rotate you could make is going towards B, allowing your B player to leave his position and then go double up cat. If you want to play more passive towards B, just take an angle like this so that you can catch anyone as they're running out on the exec or if they try and walk out in the mid round. And then after you get your kill, you just want to fall back and play your life, just run back to market and live because you want to buy time for your team to rotate and not just die after getting one. If you want to be more aggressive after you rotate over towards B, you can just throw a flash like this off of the wall, then jump up van to take a deeper angle into apps. Those are the main rotates I wanted to go over. Of course, starting con and cat is also an option, but that's really simple. Hopefully by the time you've rotated con, your teammate has already smoked bottom con because the Ts have mid control, and then you can just hold over the smoke like this. And if you're rotating off of window into cat, just make sure you're aware that the Ts could be chair. So if you really want to take this line, you can just throw a flash over cat like this so that anyone chair will get blind. You could also just throw an HE like this, aiming above the lamp and taking a few steps. You will HE anyone in chair, and they will probably move, and if they don't, they can't really see because they have an HE in their face. Alright, now that we went over the basic rotates, I'm going to go over a few different starts we can do. One start you definitely need to know is how to jump cat. Basically, all you need to do is jump into the window, strafe to cat like this, and then once you're on cat, you want to jump over here and hold top mid so anyone swinging early will get caught off guard and killed. Another jump you should also know is how to jump into ladder. I went over this in my catwalk video, but it's basically the same as the window jump. You just come into the window, but instead of jumping cat, you're going to jump towards ladder. So just jump into the window, strafe to the left, jump on bricks, and then jump into ladder. Once you're in ladder, you can hold an angle like this at the start of the round to try and catch anyone swinging to del pan early. But you definitely don't want to stay on an angle like this because anyone going valley will be able to see you, and I'll show you that right now. Anyone valley will be able to just crouch across you like this and then peek up into you and get a free kill on you. So it's fine to just hold it at the start of the round to try and get anyone swinging to Delpan early, which is a common play, and then just back off to catwalk. Another really nice start is jumping out window and starting connector. When you jump out window, just throw a smoke off the wall like this, play anti-flash, and then hold for any of the T's swinging mid. As soon as they know you're in mid, you can just jump through your connector smoke into safety. You can do this without the smoke, but a lot of the teams on T side will molly connector or nade it, so it's kind of hard to get out safely after you get the first kill. If they molly this and then HE on the molly, or if they don't even HE at all, you're just going to take a lot of damage for no reason. So if you can just get the motion down of throwing a smoke as you jump out, you will be a lot safer. If you want to go for an early pick towards A, there's a couple different options we have. The most common one is just jumping up and taking a pick into Palace. Just jump up top default, jump into Palace, and then post deep. A lot of the time, Palace players will be lazy and just peek this angle, and you might get a free kill. Something that's really strong is just communicating with your A player and having him walk into Palace with you as you take this line. So just have him come up here with a rifle as you're holding deep. He can come clear these close angles and then get a free kill if he's here, or maybe just get the info and then play inside of Palace if they come A. If you want to go for a pick towards A ramp at the start of the round, either you or your A teammate need to be throwing this molly, and then just come here and bounce a flash low like this, so that when you come into ramp, anyone holding will be blind and you can take this angle. Usually the T's don't cross right at the beginning of the round, but it is possible, so it's really good to have your A player come with you towards ramp and then clear this and then walk in and play in this corner. It's actually good to stay here after your teammate gets into the corner, because after you get the first kill, they might try and just chase you down and your teammate might get kills. If you're going to start B, you want to make sure one of your teammates know the fast boost into upper B. Basically, all you need to do is just have someone stand right here on this shadow. So you just have your teammate run there in front of you, stand there at the start of the round, you just jump on their head like this, and then jump into upper B. If you want to get a little bit more aggressive than this angle, after you don't get peeked, you can jump up here and peek deeper like this. Just be aware you can be peeked from a lot of different angles this way, but it's a really good way to get an early pick. Alright, so just to summarize your role as the upper and mid player, you should most likely be looking for some sort of pick at the start of the round, and as soon as you don't get the pick or they see your op, you want to move around to other parts of the map to try and catch them off guard. Keep being mobile around the map, try and support your teammates where you rotate, and just be as impactful as possible. Alright, that's basically everything I wanted to go over today. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, join my Discord, or leave a message in my Twitch chat if I'm live. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching, I started a Medify, and I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But yeah, I appreciate all the support, and I hope these tips can help you in your games. See ya!